A Chicago Bears legend has retired today. We're bringing Ben Heisler of Sirius XM Radio. Ben, thank you for joining us. 8 Pro Bowls. He comes second to Mike Singletary in Bears history, who has 9. Of course, Mike Singletary, a fantastic linebacker for the Chicago Bears. He spent all 13 years with the Bears. Of course, he was offered a contract, and he decided to reject that. He thought that he would get some offers from the Chargers and from the Vikings. It may have been there. He did not specify on the Dan Patrick Show this morning, but he just said that it's time to step away. It's time to go fishing. It's time to spend, time with my kids. And Patrick even questioned him by saying, let's say it's August, and Bears are having a ton of injuries. Would you come back? Hey, Brian, we need you to come back. We'd really like you to come back. He said he wouldn't. But either way, it was a fantastic career. Lots of ups, lots of downs, especially for our generation of Bears fans, who it seems all of us had a certain Brian Urlacher jersey.
He was, Strummer, he was one of the greatest linebackers of all time. And I think, it's sometimes that's hard to put in perspective because he's also retiring the same year that Ray Lewis is, and what a wonderful career that he had. But Urlacher has a franchise record, I'm looking at this now, 1,779 tackles. He's got 41.5 sacks, 22 interceptions, 16 fumble recoveries, and 11 forced fumbles. He was just an athletic freak on the field. His ability to be able to run side to side, cover all grounds, and be a team leader on the defense. He was a wonderful player to watch when he was healthy, and he was healthy for many of the seasons, but there were a few that he wasn't, and it showed, especially in the tail end of his career. And this is something that I wrote about a while back about how at the end of this offseason, with a new coaching staff, a new regime coming in, and Brian Urlacher not 100%, it didn't make sense for them to pay him when his ability to have lateral movement, especially at the middle linebacker position, just wasn't there anymore. And they gave him kind of lip service. They offered him, right around, it was like a $2 million deal, something like that. And he considered it to be a slap in the face. It was an insult to, his greatness. And listen, the Bears were right. The Bears knew that he couldn't play anymore. And whether or not he still would have had the leadership skills to make that team better, I don't know. I haven't played football. I can't answer that. But what I do know is that the Bears medical staff believed that he wasn't healthy enough to play. And Mark Trestman said he's a 2-down linebacker. So at that point, it makes more sense to be able to move on. And he's a wonderful player. And I think for a lot of Bears fans who had this perception that he was going to always remain a Bear, they now get to keep this narrative that Brian Urlacher was a Bear for life. And I suppose that's good for them. But I will remember Brian Urlacher at Strummer for just his unique ability at that position and ultimately transcending into one of the game's greats.
The number 9 overall pick in the 2000 draft was Brian Urlacher. As you said, there was no lateral movement. You saw him struggling to make tackles that many Bears fans, me included, every single Sunday, I would sit down and watch these games for 24 years now in my life. And I would see him just miss so many tackles, so many open field tackles. As you said, no lateral movement. He simply couldn't move side to side. They were thinking about bringing him back, by the way, on that 1-year, $2 million contract as a 3rd-down linebacker. It was the right decision for the Bears organization. It was time to move forward, even though it seems like a lot of players simply will not move forward with Lovie Smith and now Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs. And now it seems that, there's not even a hole. I mean, they filled the hole. But either way, it was a smart decision from an Urlacher perspective and also a Bears perspective. Now, for Urlacher, do you think that he'll actually stay retired, Ben?
I think so. He might have an inkling to come back when training camp begins again, or someone right around there. Or if he feels like he's 100% healthy, maybe there's a team that has just a slew of injuries and he gets an opportunity. But I don't know. I think because of what he was dealing with last year and the fact that he wasn't able to get his lateral movement back shows me that this is probably the end of the road for him. And now he can control his message. Now he can go out on top, at least for him. The Bears will say that, we offered him an opportunity, but it really wasn't an opportunity. But now Brian is in control of the message that he wants to send out to his fans, to the rest of the NFL. and his work can be celebrated. And I think Brian's a pretty prideful guy. You know, he says he doesn't care about what the media thinks, but he does. And he's made signs that he does care, and it's impactful before.
Brian Urlacher, again, 34 years old, announced his retirement through Twitter, and it is the right decision for all parties. A fantastic player, one that we will certainly miss in Chicago, but it is simply the right time to move on.